Wheels, they come in 3 lug, 4 lug, and even 5 lug. But what happens if you bought a set of 4 lug wheels, but your car actually takes 5 lug? Or vice versa. So taking the Corrado as the example, so this Corrado, which is the exact same as a Mark II Golf or a Mark III Golf, there's 4 lug nuts that hold on the wheel. But you've after finding a really good deal on Facebook Marketplace or on any website, or you just refuse to go buy the correct wheel, and you've after buying a 5 stud wheel. So this is just an example. So obviously the 5 stud wheel won't attach to the 4 stud hub. So what do we do? Well, there's a few different solutions. 1, go buy the correct wheel, which everyone says you should have bought the correct wheel. 2, you could actually get these TIG welded up and re-drilled to 4x100, which, yeah, very few people are actually ever going to do that. Another solution is to get wheel spacers, also called wheel adapter rings. However, on this car I'm very, very close to the edge, and really if I put in a 10 or 15 mil spacer, it's just going to be literally hopping on the edge, and I won't pass any tests, and I think it'll look kind of shit, to be honest. So I don't want to do that. So what is my solution, and what can be done? So when it comes to the rear axle, the easiest thing to do is take off your 4x100 hub and put a 5x100 hub straight on, and now you converted your rear axle from 4x100 to 5x100. Solved, right? Well, no. So the back is really easy to do, but what about the front axle? So looking at the 2 front hubs, this is a 4x100 hub, this is a 5x100 hub. So can we not just swap the 2 hubs across? Well, unfortunately, the answer again is no. So if we turn this one upside down, so here we have a 5x100 hub, a 4x100 hub. So this is narrow track and this is wide track. So there's a different length between the drive shafts, the wishbones, everything is different, that it's actually wider, obviously, with the 5x100 and the 4x100 is narrow track. One of the things to notice is this piece here, where it holds on the bottom ball joint, just comes straight out, where on this one you can see it's at an angle. So it's actually angled up because the hub will actually sit at more of an angle in relation to the wishbone. So unfortunately, no, you can't actually swap the 4x100 hub with a 5x100 hub. However, that got me thinking, could we swap just the plate, like just the center piece here, onto that? Would it actually fit? So after pulling this off using the press, we actually have the hub out. That's 4x100, and here we have the 5x100. So can we swap the 2 of these across and make the 4x100 into 5x100? That way basically we don't have to re-drill anything. So if we can remove this 4x100 flange, just the hub part, and then stick it onto this one, the 5x100, would that work? Could we swap them across? So taking the VR6 wide track 5 stud, the outer diameter of the bearing is say 72 mil, and checking this side is the 4x100, it looks like it's the same. So I think it's going to work. Let's give this a go. Okay, so this is the 2 mutant hubs that I've made. So the hub down here is wide track 5x100 that I now have a 4x100 hub onto, and this one here is the one I tested as well. This is a narrow track from a Mark II Golf, but now has the 5 stud, so now 5x100. Now I pressed on the bearings obviously shot, but I'm just doing it for testing, and it works. So yeah, you can actually swap just the hubs across. But now, what about the drive shafts? So you can see this hole here for the 4x100 is quite narrow, and this one here for the 5x100 wide track is quite wide. So now the drive shafts probably won't fit. Okay guys, so this is the 2 drive shafts, both from 2 different cars obviously. This is wide track, this is narrow track. These are both taken from the gearbox side of the engine. And you can see there is a difference in height. So this wide track obviously has to be a little bit longer. This narrow track, so obviously it has to be a bit shorter. And I've taken the hubs off, or the CV joints off. So the big question is, well, if I want 4x100 car, I don't want to change anything else, I just want to run 5x100 wheels. Can I take the narrow track drive shaft, swap the wide track CV joint onto this, and then into my hub that I've just made to carry the 5x100 wheel? So let's give that a go. So the narrow track CV joint is off, and we're going to put it onto the wide track, and it fits. I can actually feel the spines fitting in. Great. Now we take our outer CV joint, that's wide track, that has the wider splines, and we're going to put it onto the narrow track drive shaft. And will it fit? Will it? Yeah. Okay, that's on. Let's give that a hammer on and see if it'll work. Okay, so what have we made? This is narrow track with the wider, thicker CV joint up here, and this is wide track with a narrow CV joint up here. So how much of a difference is there between the narrow track and the wide track for the internal holes? So the wide track, what's that? About 30, 29 or 30. It's not the best calipers. And the narrow track is about 24. Okay, so there's what, 6 mil of difference between the two of them. I found a second drive shaft in the garage, so they're both 100 mil at the bottom, across, and then at the top, I'm going to say they're exactly level. So this one here is narrow track, this one here is wide track. If I just say swapping the top, it really does look like it's a direct fit, and it should make this one be narrow track but with the wider spindle at the top, but you take the wider 5x100 hub. Okay, so just a quick check to see if they're the same length. So from the bottom of the CV joint, which you can just flick it in there, I've already measured it, to the very top, and then doing the same with this one, they're exactly 140 each. So they are the exact same length. So by swapping the two CV joints, as far as I can see, the only difference is this splines here. So obviously narrow track and wide track. So now that we have our narrow track with our wide track or our VR6 or 5x100 CV joint, let's see if that now fits into the narrow track 5x100 hub. And yes, it does. So it all fits in. So this way we don't have to change the K-frame, we don't have to change the track rod arms or the wishbone or the anti-roll bar. All we have to do is change the outer flange and the CV joint. It works! So this way I can actually run my 5x100 wheels on a narrow track car. And obviously I can go the other way around. So this one here, if you have a VR6 Mark III Golf or VR6 Corrado and it's 5x100 and you got a set of 4x100 wheels, now all you have to do is change the hub. Obviously we'll have to change the bearing, change the outer CV joint and the boot, and now you can run wide track with 4x100 wheels. How cool is that? So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, donate me any money on PayPal because I keep losing my good calipers, and the money will help me go and buy proper calipers. And yeah, this is really cool. So now you can run your 5x100 wheels on a 4x100 on a narrow track car, or you can run 4x100 wheels on a wide track car. Brilliant. So as I was saying, guys, please do subscribe. Please do sponsor me if you can. Give me a thumbs up, give me a donation on PayPal, and yeah, I'll keep making content like this. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you later.